The peeps, what is going on? It's Miss C.O.Z here, and we're back with some more Days Gone here. This was just like actually a random video because I don't normally play Days Gone during the week, but I just decided to get on and maybe just set up for the next game or something. When I actually came across this horde over here, the Patch Zen's Lake Horde, it was like 101. I didn't actually know it was 100. And yeah, it took a bit. I'm not gonna lie. It took a lot of reloaded saves and a bit of strategizing. But I worked out that if you use a fuel can. And once I worked out that they actually trail back into a cave near the river. So first I encountered them, I tried to take them out near the river. Almost got them, but I was just messing up quite a bit. But I did figure it out, slow and steady without the pressure, where I always thrive if I just stay patient. And so yeah, there's an Elden Ring video, which is basically like the first third of mini finale of Caelid, especially Radahn's boss fight coming. Thank you everyone for coming to that Caelid live stream. Premiere. It was fantastic. So the way I done it was I used the high ground over here, and I had a pipe bomb, 3 Molotovs, and a little explosive canister over here. But I wasted a lot. So I had an attractor, so I was using the attractor to herd them. But it was more incremental than I wanted it to be. Every time I kept using the attractor to like blow them up or collate them in one area, I was like, why the hell are they not blowing up? It's because I actually realized that I was stubborn. I was taking on a horde of 100. And I didn't realize I had to be more systematic or come back with more resources. It's hilarious. What did I do? I got addicted to the challenge as usual. We also had a proximity mine, so we could make some sort of an impact. But knowing that they go back into the cave and on a reload, catching them in this time was really good. Because I had enough time dying to them to work out what I needed to do. I had done this before. I tried getting them from behind once they're walking back into the cave. And you got a significant advantage if you can get behind them. So you can see I used the LMG. The proximity mine blew up on them. And yeah, Days Gone's been an absolute blast. Check that boom over there. So I just basically wanted to share, this is these hordes take time, especially for a first time player. And I'm playing on hard, so it is a real challenge for me. So this may not be something that we could have done on a stream 100 horde this early, but yeah, it means 3 out of 4. Maybe when I have enough resources, I might try and take down a smaller horde on the stream while it's focusing on the story. And then as I progress through it, once I get to a better place where I'm actually better equipped with like a lot of resources and stuff, because I knew I had materials and I looked at them and thought, I might be able to use a few explosives here and there. I've got my LMG. Take them out. If I do a bit of trial and error, yeah, you might struggle a bit, but you figure it out. I stuck with it and I managed to get it in a relatively short time. I could have spent longer on it. Okay. So, I mean, don't get me wrong, it was hard, but I started like taking my time, using strategy and stuff. Got the LMG over here. Okay, so what I did is basically I let them go in the cave, but I followed the trail, so I took a bit out from the back. It was just really satisfying to see how is everyone doing. The heat wave has been killing me, and you'll see me back on Days Gone, attempting to get through this game on stream. Always loving the streams, and thank you so much, community, for all the support. Really appreciate it. As I say, the main purpose of the channel now, it's basically a community channel where I put out a lot of games and stuff. But it's pretty much linked to the Discord, just both to support people and the other Discords as well, and the people that we support and promote, etc. It's all good vibes here. It makes me so happy to see so many people growing together. It's a beautiful thing. Okay. I've still got my attractors over here. I'm sliding down and being careful now. Yeah, this was just a quick random upload because I'd rather get this one out. There's been a lot of content ever since I finished Elden Ring, and I'm taking a break from it. Main game's beaten and a lot of the optional stuff. There's still some stuff left, which will take up a lot of time and my effort too, to learn allies, etc. But I have a lot of other games to play as well, so I switched up a bit. So I had time for this session. And you've probably seen me supporting around, lurking, liking, whatever I can do. I've got 3 moments. Okay, so they go into this cave. So, you can use attractors to systematically herd them. I haven't really used, I used one for Olerial Mountain, I noticed. They're quite useful. They really do rush towards them. Check it out, 14 XP. We blew a little bit of them up again, but when they get in the cave, they sleep, right? We've seen that with Olerial Mountain. So this was just a bunch of ideas. It was a mixture of basically Death Train, which was taking them out at a distance or silently or slowly. So it was a very systematic process. and it was bigger as well. So of course it took a little bit longer, but there was a lot of attempts of me just trying to figure out what the right position was to get them as well. Because what I originally trying to do is that there's a camp near here, and I didn't see a fuel can before, so I was thinking I can use the fuel can as an extra explosive for where I was struggling. So I tried to bring it back, but it wasn't quite working out until I found this Horde generates, and when they're going back into the cave, I tried to get them on the mountain as well, and I almost did. But I think one of them also disappeared, and then they were being random, and sometimes they disappeared. I finally got them here. There we go. They're luring for it, and I saved all my resources to do it. So I chucked 2 Molotovs in there and set them on fire. We know that's effective. I had limited resources still, despite all. That's what I'm saying. I had the LMG. I had 1 proximity mine. I had maybe a nade, and the attractors, obviously. The fuel, that's what I'm saying. The fuel gas, it may have taken a few of them out, but there's a lot of them. So I did have to be sneaky at some point. Okay, so as you can see, look, I was gathering up resources, everything. I'd known the layout of the area. So that became part of my strategy. Nice. But I just decided to share it as a 10-minute video rather than a short, because I feel like with the videos, you can see the development and how I learned this one, especially in my own time and stuff. It was a very lovely surprise when I worked out that actually 100. I was like, oh, this is more than 50. What is this Horde? But it contributed towards the Horde storyline. So I think I've got 1 more left until I get the SMP9. But we're still very early into the game. We're at Lost Lake, so we've just hit about 1/3. And we've got a little bit more to work on before we get Crater Lake. But as I say, I do what I can. And make the most out of my streams, for sure. Nice. Gathering some resources there as well. Oh, la 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 la! They detected me. That's what I'm saying. It was. I still had to play careful. It wasn't like I had it all planned out or anything. But I had learned my lesson. I'd started running a little bit more. I find it hard to run a little bit in the game. I feel like I have to manage my stamina, as in running back with the LMG and shooting them. But it's definitely possible. With the focus ability, I think it was really good to add as a skill too. So you see, you got my few. Yeah, see, I nailed down these concepts in the bits I was trying this Horde and dying to them or whatever. We're gonna have some really good attempts against them, but I couldn't finish them, and there were some stragglers in the cave that killed me as well. But lesson learned. You see, you build a solution systematically. Moved here. I was thinking, okay, I can blow them up in there so that they don't hold me or chuck it at the entrance. I think that's what I did because I'm commentating on my gameplay on the way back. Yeah, they're obviously going to be asleep in there. On hard, you can't use the HUD to check where they are. Or the vision from what I record. Or can you? I'm still not sure. Obviously, I've been learning. I've been trying to take the tips from the experts as well. Then also bringing my own spin to it, as I always do. It's an interesting game, though. I would say it's still hard for me to formulate a full opinion on it. Okay, so we chucked it, right? And we're going to blow it up. There we go. This is why it's good to fight with people as well. And, you know, I never back down from a fight if I see a camp and I think I can take it down. Because I found this LMG from those guys. And now it's become my special weapon. It's not ideally great or anything. The bigger hordes like this one, like I said, could still get you. But it definitely helps me mow them down a bit faster. It's a blessing. Alright, let's go. Shot them as well. Lovely. So we know there's still more coming out. That's what I'm saying. It's a long one. I proper slowed my pace here. It took a full 10 minutes to do it instead of trying to... Well, I wouldn't say I rushed them on the previous attempts either. But obviously, you know, with me, it's always application. I could know all the knowledge, but I just have to do it until I get it. But I feel like that's what I really actually like gaming for, is literally to just do. It's apply with me. I'm not very practical. But then I think that's why I enjoy them even more, because I like to get over the challenges. I like to figure out, who is that? That's how that works. It's very cool. I know there's that slow burn strategy is actually rewarded in this game. And I was reading up how you know you're supposed to take. This one is a proper one that I figured out myself alone. That's what I'm saying. You can tell by the way I'm playing. It's like nothing was predicted or planned. I was kind of just, I found their cave and I thought, okay, let's just be more slower on this attempt. You can see how slow I'm being. I'm not rushing for them because I know I ain't got the skill. And there we go. Lovely. Stay tuned. Subscribe and see you soon.